BW Quality Growers.
Yes, this is a request for preliminary plan approval. The project is BW Quality Growers, Spring Valley. The file number is 2310-338. The developer is BW Quality Growers. The engineer is Greenway Engineering. It's located in the Opequon District, map 3, parcel 11. This site is located at 3382 Williamsport Pike, approximately 1,800 feet south of the intersection of Beddington Road, Knighttown Road, and Williamsport Pike. This project proposes a watercress farming facility on 53.72 acres. No utilities are being proposed. No waivers or exceptions have been requested. On May 6, 2025, County Engineer Doug Smith deemed the above-mentioned project compliant with the subdivision ordinance 2009. The preliminary plan meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends approval of the preliminary plan.
Well, thank you. Do we have anyone to represent?
Hello, I'm Dan Murphy from Greenway Engineering,
Thank you, Dan.
project manager.
Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Murphy or the staff? Is this just enlarging the current?
Yeah, they own the property right next to it, where they have the
Yeah.
fields that are kind of along.
So
the
they're just
floodplain there.
enlarging the property?
Well, they're building it up. It's like next to it, but not
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
Not right next to it, but the property that's next to it.
okay,
So.
okay.
Is this actually a facility, or is this just more farming area?
No, just more fields.
Yeah.
So.
It's just an open system they're drawing off of this.
Yeah.
It's there now.
They've been there forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to expand the facility, and so
I like watercress.
yeah.
Okay, if there are no questions, I'm ready for a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept staff recommendation. Preliminary plan meets the requirements of the 2009 ordinance. Therefore, I make the motion to approve preliminary plan.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Gantz, second by Mr. Bush. Accept staff recommendation, and that's to grant preliminary plan approval for BW Quality Growers. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you.
Madam President, I got to recuse myself for conflict of interest on the next one.
Okey doke. Let the record show Mr. Gant is taking a break. Cardinal Point.
I believe we should make Mr. Sianovich go last every meeting.
He enjoys that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He gets paid by the hour. What are you talking about?
This is a request for preliminary plan approval. The project is Cardinal Point, Section 7. The file number is 2503-064. The developer is Panhandle Homes. The engineer is Fox and Associates. It's located in the following waters district, map 10, parcel 104. This site is located on the east side of Otero Lane within the Cardinal Point development that is located on the north side of Hammonds Mill Road. The developer is proposing 80 single-family attached villa lots on approximately 40 acres to be served by public water and sewer. No waivers or exceptions have been requested. On May 13, 2025, County Engineer Doug Smith deemed the above-mentioned project compliant with the subdivision ordinance 2009. The preliminary plan meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends advancement of the preliminary plan to the final plat stage.
Okay, thank you. Did you have a hard time getting up? You're sitting so long?
I did. My knees need a little bit of activity here, I guess.
Okay, Mr. Sianovich to represent the project. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Sianovich or the staff?
Mr. Sianovich, I have a question. This is an unfair question, and you can feel free to
I'll
say.
do my best to answer.
You can not answer, and I won't hold it against you.
Sure.
In the interest of equity, about a month ago, we had another development where there was a concern about buses loading on a very busy front road that had a large development located off of that road. And so I think there was some consideration going around about whether bus routes could be diverted within the community and whether the board and the developer could work together on that. So I'm not asking you to bind anybody to anything. I guess a question I have, do buses come through this community or do the buses pick up on 901?
I'm afraid I can't answer that.
Okay.
I've been down to the job multiple times, different times a day, but I've never really noticed
So
school bus.
just a thought, this has nothing to do with why you're here tonight, I guess just maybe a thought maybe to discuss with the developer, if you wouldn't mind, please, that if these buses do pick up out on the main road, and if that's a concern of the residents, then maybe it seems like there's now a plan being put in place under this Board of Education to route those buses through the community.
Again, I can't speak
Yeah.
to the bus route, but if a kid has to walk from one of these farther reaches of Cardinal Point community out to 901, that's a pretty good walk for a little kid.
Uphill both ways.
And uphill both ways.
Yeah,
You're right.
all right, that's all. I just wanted to take an opportunity for a comment. Thank you.
I will speak with Alan tomorrow
Uh-huh.
and ask if he has any idea of what the bus route is, whether I can't imagine they pick up at 901. With all the dwellings there, they'd have to have a couple of buses queued up,
Okay.
you know.
Well, there are bus stops within Cardinal Point, aren't there?
Linda, to be honest, I've never been there during school pickup or
Well,
drop off. I mean, I
but-
can only imagine there would be.
I mean, you don't know whether or not there's any school bus structures?
There's
Yeah.
some, well, I would add, there's some mailbox structures at certain locations that really could double as a bus shelter, but I can't say one way or the other if they do or they don't.
I know Jefferson County has some very elaborate school bus housing for big developments that are much larger lots than
They
that.
do require shelters.
Yeah.
They do set the stops up ahead of time.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more cooperation, I think, there this year, and I have not get cooperation. And my understanding, the bus does go in there, that comes from my team.
Mhm.
Yeah. The other night, they didn't even know which way it was to go home. So, whether that was a Cardinal Point community or God only knows where.
But she had her phone in her hand, right? She had her phone in her hand so that she could find her way out.
Yeah, I mean, for 2 years now, she's been turning left, and, you know, you would think that she would pick that up. Digress, but
I will get an answer to the question, and I'll email Sarah or Laura tomorrow, and
Great, thank
you
you.
put an email out.
Okay, ready for a motion?
Madam President, I make a motion that we advance preliminary plan to the final plat stage.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Bush, second by Mr. Goff, to advance Cardinal Point, Section 7, to the final plat stage. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Hey.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thanks for sticking around.
Absolutely, thank you.
Okay,
Somebody want to grab Dan.
huh?
I think Dan went out that door, didn't he? Or is he this?
Well, it usually goes that way.
Sorry, John.
Who knows? You just wanted to second, you just wanted to second your motion, don't you, adjourn?
I just thought he went.
Okay, if there's nothing else to discuss, I'm ready for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Goff at 7:30 and second by Mr. Gant. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the motion